Alright, so I'm going to talk about the strategy pattern that I'm using for the ship. Since I don't have my sound manager, I didn't use a strategy pattern on it since clearly I don't have one. So I have one for keyboard and the AI. So this is the base class for it, for the input strategy. And I have this being abstract, so you have to have an update that's different. And then nothing here besides making the current player null. And then so over here you override the update just because of it being abstract. Then inside, this is for the keyboard input. I have the WASD for the current player that's being played at the moment, and space for fire. And then the current player changes to this, so then the input controller knows which one it's looking at. And then what's different for the AI is that since it's very basic and I just threw it together, depending on which direction it's going based on the alarm, it goes back and forth, and then there's alarm set up for the fire. So basically depending on what direction it is, it will go and do that specific function for the player ship. And this was the header for it. Once again, it overrides the update for the input AI. And then for the ship, inside of its update, we literally just have the main sprite update and the main sprite set position, because the input strategies just use these functions and don't use the ship update at all. And then for the observer pattern, the only real observer pattern I have is for the bullet. So when the bullet gets destroyed, it goes, well, first of all, when it's created, it gets a pointer to the ship. And then when it is destroyed, it notifies the ship to reload. And then in the ship, for its fire, we'll notify reload. It'll give bullet counter to down 1, and the fire actually brings it up 1. Basically, I do this so then I can set a bullet max. So like if we wanted 3 bullets in the map, I can go and have it be 3 or whatever number I wanted, but there only could be 3 to the map. So right now the bullet max is 1. So then it goes through and then it adds it to 1. So then when I click it again, it can't click. And that's the notify for that. Let's see, and then I'll do a simple factory. So I'll do the bullet factory actually really quick. So this is my bullet factory and how it's set up, and this is the instance, so then there only can be one of these at a time. And I also have a recycling for it, even though there's only one bullet. After one's created, it will go and only be using that recycled bullet over and over again. So then it'll go through here, and then if it's being created first time, it'll go through here. If it's recycled, it'll go through here, and all that stuff. So then if we go and open some of these stuff up, and we go and play, you see that it's fine, and that it's always staying at 1. And then on the next one, I'm going to actually talk about the singleton pattern, and I'm going to show how the object pools are getting cleaned up at the end, because you see that I already have spawners, which are also game object singletons, are being destroyed, and that's recycled stack 1.